Hi guys, it's Stock Curry, and I'm about to give you every single stock pick from the top 10 YouTubers for today. Now, before we get into that, I just want to remind you guys about the Webull transfer promotion. That does end on the 29th, and it does take a couple of days once you open your account for your account to get verified and set up and whatnot, and you have to initiate your transfer by the 29th. Of course, you can't do that unless you get your account set up now to give yourself enough time to get the account opening process completed. So, if you want to take advantage of Webull's transfer promotion, they reimburse your fee for transferring your accounts. So like Robinhood will charge you $75. Once your account gets over to Webull, they'll put $75 back into your account. They also give you up to 25 free stocks worth up to $40,000, which is amazing. The best transfer promotion I've ever seen out of Webull. And then they've also got the open the account. If you deposit $100, in addition to doing the transfer, if you deposit $100, they give you up to 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. They also have this little game going on right now with like these cards where, and this is true for, like if you currently have a Webull account, you can go in there. And it's a promotion for current account holders where you can go and like do this little game where you get these cards and then they end up giving everybody free money. So anyway, I just love the fact that Webull gets you free stocks and free money for opening an account, free stocks for transferring an account, and then even their current account holders, they give you free stocks. So awesome company. I love it. I love trading on it. All right. So that said, let's get into today's stock picks. For those of you who are new to this channel, my name is Stock Curry. I used to work as an analyst for some large investment banks, and now I analyze stock picks from the top 10 YouTubers. I then compile all of my analysis into a daily video that I post right here on this channel. I spend hours every day watching YouTube videos so that you don't have to. All you have to do is watch this one video each day and you will get every single stock pick from the top 10 YouTubers. And all I ask in return is that you hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon so that you can get notified when I release my next video. In fact, I'll give you 5 seconds to do that right now. Alright, before we get into today's stock picks, I just want to remind everyone that I am not a financial advisor and none of the YouTubers I follow are financial advisors either. Today's video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who are wondering, you are currently looking at the Webull desktop app. Webull is the app that I use for my trading, and it is also the app that I use in all of my videos. If you want to take advantage of the Webull promotions that I just discussed, check in the description of this video for my link to Webull. Also, in case you guys missed my announcement on YouTube earlier today, I have put in my 2 weeks notice at my job, which means starting in the middle of April, we are going to start adding some additional features to this YouTube channel. And one of the things that I'm going to start doing next month is I'm going to start doing live trading during the day. During my live videos, I'll be going over any of the questions you guys have. I'll be going over any symbols that you guys want me to analyze, and I'll show you guys exactly how I trade. In fact, let me just give you a quick preview of what the live trading setup is going to look like. Okay, there it is. This is what we're going to see during live trading. Now, I do have a new webcam coming because this one's about 10 years old, but this is basically what we're going to be doing here in next month. All right, let's get into today's stock picks. First up is AMC. This is AMC Movie Theaters, and Trace Trades went over the technicals on AMC today. The first thing that Trace Trades pointed out was on the hourly chart. AMC bounced off of a support line today, which also happened to coincide with the 200-hour EMA. While the stock was down over 10% today, that bounce was actually quite bullish and a sign that AMC may have short-term bottomed out today and may go up over the next few days. This will be helped by the fact that AMC dropped over 10% today, which triggered the alternative short sale rule that limits short selling for the remainder of the trading day as well as the next trading day, which in this case would be Tuesday. Normal short selling can resume on Wednesday. Next up is APPH. This is App Harvest. They build huge greenhouses to grow food using 90% less water than traditional farming methods. Dead Inside reviewed APPH on Monday. The business idea is sound. The idea is to reduce shipping costs and increase harvest yield by growing foods in a controlled environment in the United States, rather than shipping produce 2,000 plus miles to get it into stores. They also use 90% less water and they grow 30% more per acre than traditional farming. And because this is an indoor facility, they do not need to use any pesticides, and they are able to grow crops year-round. The downside is that fundamentally, this is a brand new pre-revenue company. So this investment is very, very risky. I would put the risk level in the same category as ABML. Both APPH and ABML have huge growth potential, but they are both still building their facilities and are both pre-revenue. If you want to know more about APPH, I recommend you watch Dead Inside's video that he uploaded Monday. Next up is BLNK. This is Blink, and they're the second largest EV charging station company in North America with 8% of the total market share. Keenan Grace recommends investing into both BLNK and CHPT for a little bit of diversification. ZipTrader also mentioned BLNK and said he is waiting for a dip before buying in. Next up is BNGO. This is Bionanogenomics, and Chris Sain reminded us that earnings are Tuesday. He said if BNGO drops on earnings, you might want to buy BNGO on the dip, preferably around $8.50. Next up is CHPT. This is ChargePoint. They are the largest charging station company in North America with 73% of the market. Keenan Gray said that according to the RSI, CHPT is very close to oversold. Now I do have some concerns with buying in here. As a long-term hold, buying in right now is just fine. But on a shorter-term outlook, I'm concerned about the fact that CHPT bounced off of the 200-day EMA today and remains quite bearish. If CHPT can close above the 200-day EMA, then that would be the right time to buy. So just be patient and wait for CHPT to show a clear sign of rebounding before buying. Next up is CRWD. This is CrowdStrike, and this is a cybersecurity company used by banks and other large companies to help cybersecurity professionals manage threats. Sorry about that, my internet is really having troubles right now. Stockmo said he bought CRWD on Monday. It should be noted that Stockmo purchased CRWD in his YouTuber viewer picks portfolio, and this is not necessarily Stockmo's pick. According to TipRank, CRWD has an average analyst price target of $254, which represents a nearly 30% upside from Monday's closing price. Next up is GNUS. This is Genius Brands, and Chris Sain said GNUS will reach $4 to $5 in the short term and $10 in the long term. Next up is JMIA. This is JMIA, and they're an African e-commerce company similar to Amazon. ZipTrader let us know that JMIA has been down recently because they announced a share offering. And while this is bad in the short term, this is actually good in the long run, especially for a company that is growing because it provides them the funds they need to continue to grow. Next up is NIO. This is NIO, and they're a Chinese EV manufacturer. Stockmo stressed that he is not worried about the day-to-day price fluctuations on NIO. He is a long-term investor, and he is holding for the long haul. Stockmo likes to hold all of his stocks for at least 1 year in most cases, and the average analyst price target remains at $67, and Stockmo feels good about that price prediction. Next up is SENS. This is Senseonics, and they're an implantable blood sugar glucose monitoring manufacturer. Keenan Grace let us know that MarketWatch included SENS in its list of the best penny stocks to buy now. The reason is because SENS is waiting on FDA approval for their 180-day chip, which they should get in Q3 or Q4 of this year. Keenan Grace gave a buy-in price on SENS of $3. He gave a stop-loss price of $2.85. But I'm actually going to set the ideal buy-in price at $2.85, and I'm going to set my stop-loss price at $2.70. We have a $7 price target on SENS. Next up is SESN. This is Sensen Bio, and they're a pharmaceutical company focused on cancer treatment. They are not to be confused with SENS. Keenan Grace became the second of the top 10 YouTubers to mention SESN today. That is because SESN announced that a usage for one of their drugs was just approved in China, which will help increase their revenues. Also, this approval triggered a $3 million payment to SESN, which will help them with marketing and future R&D. Regarding when to buy in, Keenan Grace gave the same buy-in price that I had on SESN, which is $3. I am also going to update my ideal buy-in price to the same as Keenan Grace's now that SESN has run up so much. So our ideal buy-in price is now $2.90. We differ on our stop-loss prices though. Keenan Grace gave a stop-loss price of $2.85, but I think that's too high. I think you'll get stopped out prematurely if you set it that high. So I'm going to give you a stop-loss price of $2.70, which is slightly below the 50-day EMA. That allows SESN to go through its normal volatility without you getting stopped out. The only thing I will inform you of is that SESN has a new level of support at $2.97. So it's possible that SESN drops down to around $2.97 before rebounding and continuing upward. So if you want to buy SESN, you might want to set a limit buy order at just below $3. That way, even if SESN only gets below $3 for a few minutes, your order will fill and you won't have to watch the stock all day long waiting for the right timing. Also, we have a $7 price target on SESN. Now, the great thing about Webull is that you can set all of that up in a single order. To do so, click on Buy, and then make sure your order type is Limit. Set the number of shares you want to buy, and on the limit price, set this to the price that you want to pay for the stock. In this case, we'll do $2.99. Make sure the time in force is GTC or good till canceled. That way you don't have to keep re-entering this every single day. Make sure extended hours are yes. That way this will execute even if it's after hours. And then set your stop loss by clicking this. We're going to set our stop loss price at $2.70. And then set your take profit price. This is your price target. We're going to set this at $7. And then once you have all of that entered, click Buy SESN. What that will do is that it will only buy the shares if SESN gets to $2.99 or below. And it will sell your shares at either $2.70 or $7, whichever comes first. And that is how you can set a buy enter price, a stop loss price, and a price target all at the same time in Webull. Next up is TSLA. This is Tesla, and they're an American EV manufacturer. StockMo showed us that two analysts reiterated their price targets today, with one giving TSLA an $880 price target and the other giving TSLA a $950 price target. Both of those are 12-month price targets. Next up is XPEV. This is XPeng, and they're a Chinese EV manufacturer. ZipTrader let us know that XPEV will be conducting the longest autonomous vehicle driving test in China of a mass-produced vehicle this week. ZipTrader is hoping this test gets a lot of media attention and starts to generate hype on XPEV and the EV market as a whole. Now, technically, I also like the fact that the 10-day EMA is back above the 200-day EMA, the RSI is rising, and the MACD is bullish. So all signs point to XPEV continuing to go up in the near term. Finally, we have ZOM. This is Zomedica, and they're a pharmaceutical company. For the past week, Chris Sane has been telling everyone to sell at $2.30. But today, he said ZOM is going to $1.75 and said that you should have gotten out of this play. Now remember that Keenan Grace had given a buy-enter price of $2. So let's take a little bit of a closer look and find out what's actually going on with ZOM, because today we finally got clarity on the direction of this stock. And Chris Sane is correct in what he said today. ZOM is going to $1.75. It closed below the 50-day EMA today, the RSI is dropping, and the MACD is dropping. Twice in the past 2 months, ZOM dropped down to the 100-day EMA before bouncing. It is now clear that ZOM is going to do that again, and the 100-day EMA closed at $1.71 today, which means $1.75 will be the ideal buy-in price on ZOM if you are considering an investment. And for everybody, I recommend setting a stop loss at $1.60 in case ZOM drops below the 100-day EMA and continues going down. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot out of it. Comment down below what your favorite stock pick is. And if you want to get some free stocks, sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up using my link and deposit $100, Webull's going to send you 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. Plus, if you transfer at least $800, you'll get up to 25 free stocks worth up to $40,000. And finally, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon if you haven't already. I hope you have a lot of success trading, and I'll see you tomorrow.